Watched your blade fade off west of the moon, and it felt so strange to walk away alone. There's no regrets, no tears goodbye. Want you back. We only cry.
Okay, I will. I'm smart.
Sorry, so late.
The world is fast.
No, happy to be here. Congrats. See you later.
Are you pretty bold? Yeah. Is that Burberry?
Yeah, I like it.
Tell me what you like about Burberry.
Well, honestly, for me, it's been such a classic sort of go-to. And my characters and movies have always blended with such a style.
And I saw you going crazy over those boots too.
Yeah, I love the boots. The boots are really great. All the boots are really great. The shoelings were It's okay. I got it.
Thank you.
And there's this quick one, my friend Brian Atwood, we met a while ago. Just quickly, Kate, what did you think of the show today?
Absolutely. I thought it was one of the best designers. I loved it.
What do you think about the aspect that it was being shot in 3D and going all around the world too?
So cool and tiny.
Those coats were
Very nice. The ruching and the wrapping.
I like the idea of textures. This kind of very masculine, very utilitarian, very protective piece with these very feminine, very textures.
And lots of fur.
Lots of shielding.
Lots of shit.
Yeah.
And accessories, key accessories.
Yeah, I mean boots.
No need for trousers.
Lots of no need for trousers, exactly. And lots of bags. I love the idea of kind of they give you another texture as well. And I like the fact that the girls have strong holding these bags.
And you come from the inspiration.
It was kind of very military, very aviator, very cadet-like. But then I wrote these kind of flashes of lots of colours as well, like fuchsia and white lime green and white cobalt.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Tell me about the train. Can we just keep a little bit of space because otherwise.
Lovely to meet you as well. It's wonderful, isn't it? Yeah, it's very exciting. Thank you.
How do you think it will went?
I mean, like you said, it's a wonderful energy. It's wonderful, this energy in London, our hometown, our home city. And it's great, we've just worked incredibly hard for the show. We've got these incredible teams all around the world because we transmitted the whole show in 3D simultaneously live around the world. So the technology all works. I'm happy.
Let's talk about that a little bit more, the 3D. I mean, what is that all about? Why is that?
Basically, because this should be an international business, and we've got the show here in London. But I also wanted to try and find a way that we could transmit the same energy and the same feeling to different locations around the world. And 3D technology is advanced enough now to be able to use it. And we're the first company ever to be able to do a live broadcast using 3D. And so it was kind of a big challenge to ourselves, so that we kind of almost brought people from Dubai, Tokyo, Los Angeles, New York, Paris into London.
Why did you choose those particular locations?
Because we wanted to represent Asia, we wanted to represent Europe, we wanted to represent the Americas. So it was literally trying to find locations. So next time, hopefully, it will be more.
And do you think people can still get the same feel for it when they're missing out on the atmosphere and they can't really see the texture?
I hope so, because there's the music, it's all in 3D. The room is created in a very similar way, all the graphics. So I hope it gets as close to the reality as possible.
Are we going to be getting some Burberry 3D glasses?
Probably, possibly, yes.
That's lovely. Thank you. ever
Thank
so
you.
much. It was a real
Thank you.
pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Thank you. Hello, how are you? I won't shake your hand. You've got big things in your hands.
Everything's good.
Yes.
Congratulations on another stunning collection.
Oh, thank you.
How's
Thank you.
it feel to be showing here at London Fashion Week for the second season?
I'm so thrilled. It's such an incredible energy. It's such a wonderful buzz here. And I love being able to work in my hometown. It's the global headquarters of Burberry, so it's actually a real pleasure. And I can sleep in my own bed at night.
Absolutely. So what is it maybe from London that's the essence that's gone into this collection? Have you pulled any inspiration from here?
I mean, I think London is such an eclectic, energetic city anyway, and I think it gives you a buzz, the city, and that energy I think goes into everything that we do.
And is this going to be the only show
that's going to go globally and that's being transmitted in 3D?
I mean, it's the first time ever to have done a live simultaneous 3D transmission, and I don't know if anybody else has any plans, but I know it's the first time that it's ever been done. So, and I know the technology works. I've been crossing my fingers for many weeks now.
Now, you're part of the British Fashion Council Fund as well. What does that mean to you to be a part of that and looking out for new talent that's coming through London?
Yeah, I think it's a great question because I think it's hugely important. I think I think all our role is always to kind of embrace new people, new technologies, new talents, and I think that's just one channel that we're able to do it. There is such extraordinary talent in this city, such an extraordinary energy in this city. So to be able to help support people that maybe couldn't afford to do the same things that others can do, I think it just goes to helping. I think it's a very united industry.
And for somebody so young, you have achieved so much.
Thank you.
And what advice will you personally be giving these people that may go on to win?
Yeah, follow your heart. Do everything that your heart tells you. Enjoy it. Work incredibly hard, and listen to your instincts.
You dress some of the most beautiful women in the world. We've just seen the most beautiful Kate Hudson for one of them. You have Emma Watson in your campaigns. Who is the perfect muse that you love to design for?
I don't think I think that's what's so wonderful about Burberry. It talks to so many different types of people. I love the idea that we dress kind of very sartorial classic people. We dress beautiful Hollywood stars. We also dress we dress people that have a more classic, that live more in the city, people that live more in urban areas, suburban areas. So for me, that's what the beauty of Burberry is. There's so many different facets.
And we saw you open lots of different stores throughout the world through last year. Is that going to be the focus through 2010?
We absolutely have a strong retail development plan, but we also have a lot of strategies working on our digital platforms as well.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
By the way, best wishes from David Van Brent.
Will you give them my love? Thank you very much.
Great, that was great. Here we are backstage after the Burberry show with Tim Blanks. Tell me, Tim, what was your opinion on today's show?
I thought Christopher's show for the menswear was the best show of the season for menswear, and I think this is just going to be hard to top for women's wear. The military thing is an influence. The military trend is really happening right now, but the way he did it was just so perfect, I thought. I really thought that was... I think this is one of the strongest collections he's done for Burberry at any time. But I really think this rolled up a lot of stories from the season and made them really strong and I think quite irresistible.
And what is your personal opinion? We've heard different editors talking about the fashion show is finished. There's no way that people can continue to do this, and yet today we've seen this show done in 3D going live across the world. How exciting was it to be at the first 3D transmitted show?
I must say, personally, my pulse didn't race because I just was sitting in a fashion show. I don't know where the cameras were filming. Hoping I wasn't in 3D anywhere in the world because I had my Henry VIII stomach on today. But I think the technology is so phenomenal now. After Avatar, you can just feel goalposts moving in all directions. And I've always said that fashion became an arm of the entertainment industry sometime in the early 90s, so it figures that anything that applies to entertainment will apply to fashion at some point. And so that is very exciting. But to answer your question, I personally wasn't feeling that excitement. I was feeling another excitement of looking at the great fashion show.
Now, you're such a well-revered fashionati. You're writing. You go all over the world and attend all these wonderful collections. What do you think is going to be the trend for autumn/winter after seeing some?
There's a very strong, like I said, there's a very strong military thing going on. I think what I've been seeing is fashion's very strong at the moment. Like really focusing on kind of not classic, but there's a sort of country thing coming through, I think, which relates in a way to the military influence. So it's not a frou-frou season. And I also think it's very interesting. The whole idea of climate change was raised once or twice in London, which is inevitable because fashion does reflect the mood of its moment. And I think it's odd that after we just had the worst winter we've ever had practically, and all these designers are doing amazing outerwear. So it's a very, very big outerwear season.
And
Preparing us for next winter's apocalyptic cold and worse than this winter.
And how important is it to London Fashion Week, do you think, that we now have the big names coming back? Burberry, we've seen Pringle.
Do you see how many people came in for this show? I mean, that's how important it is. It's like the fashion world. There's a lot of tiny little iron filings, and Burberry is this huge big magnet in the middle of London, and everybody just glommed onto the magnet. It was amazing. I mean, that was a spectacular turnout. Anywhere it would be a spectacular turnout.
Now, in London, we have some of the best fashion colleges. Who are the people that are breaking onto the scene that you're most excited about seeing in the future?
From colleges? Oh dear,
Anything?
you're making me do my homework. I mean, I can say that there are names that I'm really interested to see how their careers unfold. I follow menswear more. It's more my waterfront in London. So I would say there's a designer named Aitor Troop that I'm really keen to see what happens with him. And tomorrow is the Man Day, and I would say generally it's not specific designers. It's just the whole focus on menswear here, being given a day. I really, really want to see that evolve. There's a lot here. There's really a lot going on here that the world would benefit from knowing about.
Well, that's wonderful, Sam. Thanks. Jet off to Milan.